Houston Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
First and 10, Watson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette fighting through. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Season, and the Texans have taken the early lead. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2nd down following the run. Here's Watson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off of play action, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And now running right through it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown. And 18th of the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zerline now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This is taken at the 23. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st down, Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over.
And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Long. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Off of play action. Luck. They shakes him off. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Here's a give to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Watson off play action. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long. It's Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Luck now to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Luck now on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this one in for a touchdown. Number 20 on the year, and the Texans add on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Locke is sacked. Duke Riley in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Defense showing blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. 3rd and long. It's Locke. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now they try the right side here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick,
and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Block on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. A handoff, Fournette running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. third down, Fournette. Fournette fighting, and he's in. Touchdown. 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. He's got daylight past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And his kick is good. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. A beautiful fake. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson now to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And now here's a carry heading left. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing again is Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans out of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The throw on 2nd down is locked. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A good pickup there at 22.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They do Rancho like that.
That just his first catch of the game.
Do y'all boy?
They'll run it now out of the
Yeah,
gun.
it's not all y'all boy.
And
You locked started.
still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, that boy made a defense,
The
Jake.
end zone for the second time. Yet his team's still down.
Yeah.
More of that from him. And more from the defensive guys.
It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal.
Yo, what this new nigga talk about running same plays, man?
I'm not
The Bronco, yeah. You know, I don't post my YouTube, though. That's something I ain't finna do. What were you talking about? Man, fuck that nigga, bro. He don't know who he playing. He playing a Super Bowl champ. He talking about running same plays, bro. Y'all know he tripping. Y'all know he tripping, bro. That jump by how you locked in, like you on the court for real. You see shit before it happen, all type of shit.
I'm talking about we were clapping them little quick niggas, we were clapping big niggas, we were clapping everything except on the court.
That boy Joe was on point.
Yeah, even Joe was on point.
You trying to play pro or 3?
Pro am. Running, weighing out. I got 230 left. Nah, team pro am.
I gotta play the target. You know you gotta catch him while he was.
Hey, talk to the ball, yo. Leave you on the drink.
Alright.
Well, right now. Yeah, you go. Hey, what's your badge? Yeah, nah, you trying to be Hall of Fame.
Oh my God, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, he get chased down Hall of Fame, yo. Hey, what's his speed go to though? He probably fast, yo.
Yeah, he got speed.
That nigga really says same play, nigga. Just get up out of here. Yeah. Like, fuck, nigga. You crazy?
Hey, stop playing him about. That's why y'all be smashing your hand.
But it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. One-on-one battles is
And I really respond like, fuck ass nigga, I'm broadcasting. You tripping. 2 o'clock and get up out of here. 63 to 32, but don't full point like pick. Oh, I'm full point, bro. Like my man fumbled. Like he trash, bro. He probably really scored twice, like on some him shit.
Every year 2 times, huh?
Yup.
Oh, crap. So that's like good loud, yo. That's good loud.
I like it like that though.
Wow. Yo, that's loud. Like, I see the Niners twice. I see this guy twice.
We were talking about that last night. He said that boy did it too with it. Wow, spanked his ass both times.
See that boy's twice. He trash, bro. Like, he ain't got no offense. His defense is straight. His defense.
Oh,
He ain't got no straight out. And they ain't got no only got a running game, bro. Like, I gotta drop so much shit, like, offensive player.
I want a new receiver, bro. I want some young niggas. I resigned all them boys.
I'm gonna drop 5 receivers.
5 first rounds.
Who that? Hey, bro.
Pick.
Man, that what you what? You want it wrong, boy.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, you want some school credits? Before that, yo.
Fournette finna run a 95.
I just got over.
Man, Fournette ran for
There you go, Bob.
331 yards, bro. Like, imagine I really run him, bro. 331, man. Then he got the nigga Jesse Johnson. That's probably his dude, but.
Hey, Jay, jump my phone.
Fuck. I'm about to say, man, fuck you, like.
Now, I'm gonna take it, man.
Fuck you. I'm about to say it, but. Hey, you get suspended for disrespect, huh?
If we're going too far.
He ain't gonna go far. I just wanna say, man, fuck you and close out.
Nah, just say, fuck you.